How's it going? So I'm just getting everything set up. Alright, let's see. Phone here. Hopefully everything holds up well. How's everyone? Content absolute fire. Well, thank you. Live streams here on out. No, not really. I was thinking like here on, I might do like a live one or two. Hold on, let me fix this. One or two actual live streams on the channel. Most of the time I will be on Instagram, of course. But seeing as most of my audience is here on YouTube, I figured why not do a couple here. Can you make a Star Wars themed Nerf blaster? I'm assuming you mean by getting one and like painting it up. I kind of need to do one anyways for my Rebel pilot outfit. Your content has helped me get into the sabercraft. Well, glad you do, or glad you were enjoying it. What state do you live in? Same state as always, California. Which, by the way, if I'm looking over here, it's easier for me to see the chat, so I have the live stream up on my channel, but I'm using my phone here to record. I have not gotten the chance to check out Kyber Light just yet. Oh, I did get, well, I don't have it yet. I just paid for it. I'm getting a custom lightsaber. Well, another one. No, I have not gotten the chance to check out Kyber Lights. What did you think of the Skywalker set? Well, I did a full review. It was uploaded yesterday. I don't have the Dooku hilt. I just have some hilts with me right now, just so you guys know. But yes, I do have two puppies. One is below me, and the other is over there. Hi, Flower. Hey, Leia. Let's see. Maybe if I could lift this up. There's Leia right there, and then Flower is over there. Let me fix the camera here. I'm still getting used to the controls on this gimbal with the front face. It's a lot easier when the camera is faced reversed to control the camera. All right, let me, there we go. Let's see, what should I expect programming a Profi? So when it comes to the Profi saber, there's a config file, which is important because it's kind of like the heart of a Profi saber. And basically, you'll have to have a program downloaded to your PC. And basically, when you're adding anything like font-wise, you add the font to the SD card, which is simple. You just download the file there, and then you have to make a config for that file. Thankfully, there's a person such as Fernando's Blade Style where he's got already the config stuff like done, where you figure out what color you want or effects, and you basically copy it into the folder and flash the board kind of thing. There's plenty of tutorials online that show how to do that. It can be confusing, but once you start to mess with it, it gets a little bit easier. I'm still no expert at it myself. Have you ever looked into the Jimu's Sabi compatible blade? Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. Oh wait, I'm missing one thing. I do have Jimu's blade right here. This is a custom blade for a Savi's Workshop lightsaber, which is brighter than the Disney ones and some cool colors. Let's see. Can you do a Galaxy's Edge video, like filming around Galaxy's Edge? I had plans to do that when I was there on May 4th, but I was just too busy having fun on Disney. So let me put this together really quick with one of Crafted Decor's custom crystal here. This one is teal and orange. Ooh. I have not. So let me put this together really quick. I know there's probably a lot of comments. All right. Do you have a good saber color for stealth? I haven't picked one, but we're going to ignite a custom blade here. Now, my switch was always fine. It's just the core for my Savi's workshop saber. By the way, this is my original core when I first built this lightsaber, because some people reported that their cores for their Savi saber have been breaking in like in a month or two. Mine's the original core when I first built the saber, and it's been quite a long time, and this is why I keep using the same one. Until it breaks, I'm still going to keep using the same core. So let me put this blade in. Let me turn off this light here. So this is a custom blade once again. Oop, let's see. I got this backwards. So as you can see, we have a orange blade on a Savi's Workshop lightsaber with, of course, an effect. So it's pretty neat. What's the best Guilty lightsaber shop? So let me show you this blade really quick. So this is Jamu's Playground Savi's Workshop lightsaber blade. It's a little pricey, but it's better than the Galaxy's Edge blades because it's a lot brighter. It's almost like a NeoPixel basically. But watch as you do this. Ooh, let's see. Oh. Boom, look at that. Let's see, let me type it in here. Playgrounds. I think that's how it's spelled. So just like that. Oop. So that's pretty neat. Please sell your side shop for you. I heard you already. You just be patient. We're dealing with the lightsaber stuff first. Through Dark Wolf Sabers, Johnny is legit. Yeah, I've heard of Dark Wolf Sabers. Really good. Let me turn on this main light again. There we go. So yeah, I really want to get Rey's Scavenger Lightsaber as a NeoPixel. I think I'm getting pretty good deal on Art Sabers with about 11 fonts. Yeah, sounds like a pretty good deal. 400. See NeoPixel. And is it the Profi board for your Scavenger that you're looking in? Because I have the I do have the Scavenger Rey Saber right here. Of course, I got mine through Mystic Knight's Armory. Dark Wolf Sabers also has one too. How's your day? My day is going pretty good. Just putting some stuff on the resin printer. Do you ever end up trading some of your hilts you don't like? Well, there's a lot of hilts that I like, but I usually do end up trading or selling to get other lightsabers just because, well, as you guys know, custom lightsabers are, depending on what you're looking at, can get pricey. So obviously the most cost-efficient way of doing it is if there's a saber in my collection where as often as I don't want to let go, sometimes I'll sell it so I can get something new and to also showcase on the channel. Can you ignite one of your custom sabers? I do have my main one here, my Star Killer. I figured we could turn this one on. I got to go. My nephew is in the hospital. I hope your nephew is, hopefully he's doing okay. If you get back from the hospital, feel free to comment or send me a private message to let me know how your nephew's doing. Let's see. So you get one from Corbanth at the end of the month on the restock. Which one did you order from Corbanth? Turn this one on. Oh, that's why. I have the battery out.
Rise, my apprentice.
Okay. I didn't have the battery in all the way. Best Obi-Wan Revenge of the Sith lightsaber held. That one I'm not sure. And also, please don't spam the same comment over and over again. Please and thank you. I know there's a lot of comments, so it's kind of hard to say. Please say the sentence, Beyblade, let it rip. I mean, I prefer to say that if I had the Beyblade in my hand. Do you have Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber? I have the original graphics. What lightsaber brand is your favorite? The companies that I do like Vader's Vault. I like Corbanth. Who was the other ones? And basically, there's a lot of different options out there, really. I also like the pack store. So it really depends on what I'm looking at. There's a lot of different options for what I like. Like, for example, Ultimate Works lightsabers. What I like about them is that they have the cool removable core system. So meaning that if you were to get a collection of Ultimate Works lightsabers, instead of having to pay a full price for your next installment, if you already have one, then you could just opt in to get the pre-kit, take the core out of your original hilt, put it into the new one, and you save yourself hundreds of dollars if you build upon that collection and if you stick with that collection. Corbanth also tends to get a lot of hilts too. Obviously, there's always going to be some wait times with the different companies, as always. And usually Corbanth has a nice selection. Like, for example, Corbanth right now has Darth Malgus, which I'm looking at. Haven't decided on yet, but still looks cool. And then, of course, Vader's Vault. What's cool about Vader's Vault, even though they don't have Profi options, they use CFX, which CFX is a great board for anyone that's getting into custom lightsabers, just because it's a lot easier to learn over Profi. And then also on Vader's Vault, you could further customize what kind of hilt that you want. So you don't have to get it plain. If you want it to, get all weathered and dirty, or if you want bluing for your the tip portion and things like that, there's all kinds of customization that they offer. And of course, Saber Trio also does CFX, but Saber Trio is a little bit weird, not in a bad way, just because with the pandemic, obviously they open their shop like once or twice throughout the year, so you got to be quick. So that's why they're a little bit strange right now, but it makes sense because they don't want to overbook or basically over order how many hilts they're working on. So it kind of makes it easier, I think, for their employees. Let's see. What do we have here? Do you have funds to purchase? Let me try to go through some of the comments here. What about Electrum Sabers? What is your opinion? So, here's the truth about the Electrum Sabercraft. Which one? I think it was last year or the year before. I did order one, which was their EvoFlex, I believe it was, weathered, beautiful hilts. At the time when I did receive the Saber, I was having a lot of issues because Electrum Sabercraft uses an app to control your functions between like changing different effects and all that. And for whatever reason, I couldn't get for the life of me their Saber to work properly with the phone that I had at the time. And so I think they had some updates, so their app might have improved since I last tried them out. But because of the issues that I had before, I ended up selling the Saber literally 1 week after getting it because of all the issues I was having. So I might have to look into them again to see if their app has fully updated and just to see if the support is a lot better for mobile devices. I heard their app is always 50-50 per people. A lot of people usually get Electrum Sabercrafts and they gut it to get like a custom Profi or CFX installed, at least for what I've seen on Facebook. Let's see, which Disney Saber should I buy? The one that you should buy is the one that is going to make you happy. You know, obviously I have my own opinions. Everyone else has their own opinions. So if you're looking into a legacy lightsaber, pick one that you are going to like. Because if you buy one that you're going to like, then of course you're going to be happy with your purchase. Let's see, do you plan on purchase? I'll have to look into Kyberlight. Like I said, I haven't looked into them quite yet. Do you think the new Galaxy's Edge lightsaber could customize like Savi's Workshop? Do you think the Galaxy's... So you're asking, like, do I think if the legacy lightsabers, if they would do it like Savi's, where you can customize like crystals and stuff? I don't think they're ever going to do that. Let's see. Hi, James. Hello back. What's your top 5 sabers? Ooh, there's a good question. Top 5 sabers. Well, easily up on the top would be, of course, turn this light back on, would be my Starkiller one here. This one here has undergone so much transformation on ever since I got this, because this was technically my second custom saber. My first one, actually, I have over here. Ooh. This is the very first custom saber that I actually had. I gave this one to my baby brother as a gift for his birthday last year. And so, of course, this is his now first custom saber. But this is the very first one that I got, which was a Saber Forge Descendant, I think was the name of it. And I originally got it off their Etsy page with whatever their highest tier was. This is before they got NeoPixel and all that in Golden Harvest. This is their older board. And this was like one of the ones when I first got into custom saber, I didn't like what was on there in terms of the install. And then someone reached out to me in the community, gutted it, and put CFX on this one with the NeoPixel. Actually, no, I didn't have NeoPixel when I first started. It was the LED. So now it's a lot better than it was before. And obviously, Saberforge is using a different board and offers NeoPixel, which is good. So it shows that at least they're going to they're doing change. Like I said, for the top 5 would be Starkiller here, just in general. The other one would be the Ultimate Works brother. And then, what else? Actually, no, I didn't think about it. Those are 2. I'll let you know what the other 3 are in a few minutes. Do you think Yoda will get a legacy lightsaber? I don't know. I would be worried about Disney doing a Yoda one. I feel like it wouldn't be as small as it would be. I feel like it'd be a little bit too big. What do you think of the new Disney lightsabers? Well, I did a review of the Skywalker Legacy set on the channel, which you can check that out. But if you're talking about the retractable blade that they showed, well, have to wait for more information if it's going to be available for sale. Choose the elemental nature or protection and defense. Well, if they're buying, or I mean, if they're still selling scrap metal, which when I went to Downtown Disney, they were selling scrap metal, you could always build one, and then if you have the funds, you could always purchase the scrap metal for the other one and then have both and save yourself $100. So that's always a win. What do you think? You think you'll buy more pack store sabers? I'm actually waiting for one right now. The only one that I have yet to receive is the Cal Kestis lightsaber that Ultimate Works is releasing. And I saw that they're going to release another saber where instead of Cal Kestis' original form, you could connect another hilt to it, like in the video game. So I definitely can't wait for that one. So you don't know the power of Sir James. Why do you collect so many lightsabers? Do you think figures... Don't you think figures are better? I mean, true, I do like figurines. Those are great and all. Recently, Hot Toys and stuff like that have been kind of a pain in the rear, especially in the community, and obviously because of the pandemic as well, there's been a lot of delays in Hot Toys and things like that, or people buying up the figures and scalping up the prices, so obviously that hasn't been fun lately. That's why I haven't got really any new Hot Toys. Lightsabers, on the other hand, obviously haven't really seen any issues with that one. Do you exclusively only buy the Ultimate Works ones? There are some new pack sabers too. I haven't bought those ones. I just like the Ultimate Works ones mostly just because of the interchangeable chassis system. What's your opinion on the cheap lightsabers from AliExpress? Ordinary Adventures is tuning in. Let's see, let me read this one really quick, and thank you for the $5 donation. Which legacy lightsaber do you think will release next? Also, with them introducing color changing, what other features would you like them to see add? I would love for Disney to release the Qui-Gon Jinn, because if Disney releases a Qui-Gon Jinn legacy saber, then we could technically complete episode 1 with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan already there. I think that would be pretty cool. And then let's see, the color changing, I would love, because Cal Kestis is coming out in the fall, I would love if the Jedi Fallen Order one that they're releasing, if that one would change color, because as you know in the video game, you can change through multiple colors. So hopefully maybe when that one comes out, I would like for them to at least allow us to change through different colors. I think it would be kind of cool if we could at least have all the colors that they sell crystals for available to change. Let's see. I didn't realize that trying to maintain the comments in the stream. I don't know how Ordinary Adventure does it. It was a lot easier on Instagram because I usually have like maybe 10, 15 people watching. It's your favorite subscriber, Wolfie. Well, how's it going? So let me share with you guys the custom saber that I ordered, or I bought from someone. I was trying to see if there's a way if I could change the camera around. I don't know how to do that. But I'll just tell you what it is, and I'll maybe throw in a teaser image later. But the saber that I recently purchased, I reached out in the community, and I was like, what sabers do you guys have for sale? Specifically looking for a Profi-related lightsaber. And there was two that stuck out to me. And the saber that I bought was called Jedi Killer, which will look basically the way it looked great because it would go with my Disney bound that I like to do. And it's got dual exposed kyber crystals. It's kind of like, you know, Star Killers here with exposed crystals, but it looks really cool. So it should ship out Monday, and I don't know where it's coming from, but hopefully I'll have it by the week's end. But I think you guys are going to love it. Let's see. How good do you think Disney would make Kanan Saber if they made a legacy one? I don't know. That's a good question. I think they might be able to do at least a decent job on it. What would be really cool and surprising if Disney would release, let me grab it really quick. Here it is. That would be cool if Disney were to do Ezra's lightsaber. Now this one here, this is the toy version that you can get at Disneyland. Obviously, I repainted this one to look like an actual custom lightsaber. So it would be kind of interesting if Disney were to do a legacy version of this one. And if they could do it justice. Do you think you would run out of space for Star Wars stuff? There's always space. Did you check Saberforge's new lightsaber? I have not. It's the Ordinary Adventure says, I want Ezra's. I wonder if them not wanting to sell a gun toy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, they sell technically this one, and it's got the, let me turn it on. It's got the, you know, blaster function there, and this is sold in the park. So if they sell this toy one, I don't see why they wouldn't do a legacy one for this one. Do you collect Star Wars Funko Pops? Not really. I'm not really a pop collector personally. I mean, I do have a couple here and there, but I don't really collect them. Same thing with like the Black Series figures, not so much. Though I'm kind of considering buying the Bad Batch Black Series figures because it's going to be over a year before Hot Toys releases theirs. They already announced Echo. I just let you know the Pack WF Sabers also use the interchangeable chassis system. You should get the Lego Saber and the High Noon. I still need to get that Lego Saber. I've only done the 3D printed one for Sobbies. If you can pick one lightsaber for Disney to make, what legacy would it be? Really depends. I'll have to think on that one. Do you work out? I usually work out prior to going to bed to help me sleep. Otherwise, I can't sleep. Let's see. What's your favorite legacy lightsaber? And do you like sand? I hate sand. Everybody hates sand. Actually, sand is only nice when you're making sandcastles. But favorite legacy sabers. My favorite legacy sabers from the lineup would be Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Clone Wars, and I think those were the three main ones. What's your favorite Star Wars merch in general, or more kind of things in this world? My favorite Star Wars merch. Let's see. Do I even have a favorite in here? I think probably my favorite that I have really is the Sideshow Scout Trooper with the speeder bike up there is my favorite piece of merch that I have. I'm confused about the new Disney lightsabers. Will it be sold in the parks? Are you talking about the Leia's lightsaber? Because Leia's lightsaber, the one that I reviewed from this package right here, from what I've heard, is already released as a standalone item at Disney World. It's not yet available at the California location, at least last I heard. But yes, it has its own standalone release. Currently at one location, and eventually it will make its way to the others. Yes, it is. Kanan. See, do you know why we are not allowed to use the white and yellow kyber crystals in the park? Technically, you can use the whites, which, let me grab one really quick. Okay. Oh, I had my custom ones on the shelf. So the white and yellow crystals, you technically can use them in the park. However, when you're doing the Savi's Workshop experience, these two colors are not part of that experience, which is why they're not offered there, meaning that you can only choose from the other colors when you're building your, where did I put it? When you're building your Savi's Workshop lightsaber. So that's why they don't have these there, and why it's not good to use them. Some people would obviously switch them out when they're doing the experience, which kind of defeats the purpose, really. The main point of Savi's Workshop when you're building your saber is to choose from the colors that are part of that show, which these two colors are not. But afterwards, when you're roaming around the park and stuff like that, you could use white and yellow and all that fun stuff. Pink if you wanted to, if you let your batteries die. But that's why it's, again, you're not taken away from using it. It's just during the lightsaber building experience, it's not part of that show. They don't even introduce those colors. Let's see, what's better, Profi or CFX? CFX is a lot more user-friendly, while Profi, you can do crazy effects if you're like into the kind of effects and stuff like that if you wanted to. I mean, personally, I like Profi just because of the cool stuff. A lot of people may not care for all the special feature stuff, and a lot of people just prefer basic colors. But other than that, like I said, I like both. It just really depends on the user. Can you make a Savi mod? There's already some mods for Savi's sabers. You have you have this blade here that was made by somebody, Jamu's Playground, and this is basically like a NeoPixel blade for your Savi's Workshop saber, and changes multiple colors without using the crystals. And then, of course, 3D printed. There's 3D printed materials where you can go ahead and obviously customize your saber even more. For example, let's see here. So, for example, I have this piece. So I have this piece here. This is a custom part for your Savi's Workshop lightsaber where you could actually see the crystal when it's in there, which let me go ahead and put this on. So let me go ahead and pull this side out. So as you can see there, now we have a custom part, and it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but you can kind of make out the crystal right there in the center. Now this piece is only a lot cooler when you're using a glow-in-the-dark crystal, because then you got the shine through. But there's already ways, and of course, I used a D-ring for my Savi saber. So yeah, plenty of ways to customize it. I didn't know you also did live YouTube live streams. Kind of just started. Have you purchased a saber from Sabermark? Yeah, I actually did a review from one of their sabers, which was the Kanan's lightsaber that they had. Will you get the standalone Leia lightsaber? No plans, just because, I mean, I already have it technically. So really no reason to get the standalone unless if I really want the box, but I'm not that crazy for it, to be honest. Do you plan on streaming like this more often? I don't know. Maybe it might be like once or twice a month kind of thing. What's the best setup for a first-time custom saber buyer? Ooh, that's a good question. What is the best saber? So if you're new for custom lightsabers and you're looking into spending a decent amount, personally, a CFX board would be great for first-timers. Personally, my recommendation is removable battery over recharge ports because one, you can buy extra batteries. Specifically, you can't just like go to like Target and buy batteries. You have to get certain kinds. But removable batteries are always great for custom lightsabers because if you're ever somewhere like, let's say if I was at the park and I brought Starkiller with me, let's say this didn't have a removable battery and this dies on me, then that means I have to wait 6-7 hours for this thing to charge. But because it's got a removable battery, I could just pop this out like so, and then change that battery on the spot for a nice fresh battery. So again, CFX for newcomers. Removable battery, if that's an option for your purchase. Sometimes there might be a hilt out there that just doesn't support it. Like, for example, I think Corbanth released a new metal chassis for one of their graphic sabers, where it's got like a fancy metal crystal chamber on the bottom, and then I think that one's just a recharge port only. So obviously certain designs may vary. And of course, a NeoPixel blade for the nice bright colors. Let's see, received a $20 donation from Dannon. Hey James, just sending this because you are an amazing content creator. Can't wait for you to see you hit 100K subs. Well, thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I'll be sure to use the donation to get the Sith Chalice. I was going to get it on the last trip, but, I was already carrying a few things. But once again, thank you for that $20 donation, and hopefully we'll reach 100K. That's really my main goal. Some people shoot for 1 million. I just want 100K subs. You have plans to make a review on Kyberlite? Possibly. I'm pretty sure I answered the Kyberlite question like 10 times now. Yo, James, I'm 16 now. My birthday was on the 4th. Well, happy belated birthday. My little brother's birthday actually was yesterday. Thoughts on Saberforge? Well, Saberforge has definitely done a nice upgrade last year, now offering NeoPixel setup, and then of course the Golden Harvest board that they're now offering, which is great. So, I mean, I personally don't have issues with Saberforge. What's cool with Saberforge is that they have a lot of hilt options. So even if you just want an empty hilt for a custom install, there's so many choices. I think they have the most options versus every other company, which is great. Received a $25 donation from X-Men, 2945. Love X-Men. See, Sir Jones, what's up? This is Xander and the Crow family. Oh, it's Xander. So yeah, if you guys ever wondered, Xander's the one that I have a lot of his hilts over here. Like this one, for example, I haven't reviewed yet. So how's it going, Xander? So Xander has been, nice enough to donate temporarily for the channel to review some custom lightsabers for you guys. He's the one that's got almost all of Vader's Vault's collection. The non-ready to ship sale versions, of course. It's the Lenny with a $3 donation. James, love the content. What Star Wars costume is your favorite? I would love... Let's see. Oh, I forgot. I have the pilot up here. I thought my Temple Guard was up. Well, I love the Resistance pilot suit over here that Disney sells. That's a great outfit. And if you upgrade some parts, then you got like a great cosplay ready to go. I love the Temple Guard too, which is pretty cool. One of my favorites. The Temple Guard one that I have is like a cheap version off eBay for like $115. But I would love to get the heavy duty one. And the other one is for Xander. Well, his dad, he ordered the... I know a lot of you guys were asking me about that first order outfit that sold at Galaxy's Edge. Xander's dad actually ordered that outfit. I don't know when he's going to get it, but when it comes in, I'll have the opportunity to check it out and review it, of course. But he's also got an empty kit. It's basically one that you have to put all the armor pieces together, which, from what I've heard, will be given to me, so I'll be able to work on that. All right, hold up. Is this live? I mean, yeah, it's live. I just read your comment just now. Mind blown, right? You're so used to me doing pre-uploads and then me chatting usually live on chat. So eventually I'll have my own first order outfit, which is going to be cool. So I can't wait to put one of those together. Yo, is that the PlayStation 5 in the back? I just noticed. Yeah, that's the PlayStation 5 right there. I got the disc model, and then over there is the new Xbox, the Series X. So yeah, those are the ones over there. Those were such a struggle to get. The Xbox was actually donated from Xander and his family, and then the PlayStation is the one that I managed to get from GameStop. Oh. Yes.
We're going to leave, so I'm just going to close this door so that way they don't take off.
Okay.
And then close.
Okay, doke. See, how would you feel them making an episode 3 Obi-Wan? I could see them doing that. It would be kind of cool. What's the best online store to buy an empty hilt to build a lightsaber to first build? So if you're looking for an empty one, I'm on my PC right now. So one would be Saberforge, because you could easily get any of their hilts empty, and there's a lot of options there. Again, I got like hilts everywhere. Like for example, this one here is a Saberforge one. Nice, basic, simple designs. There's a few other options on there. Let me double check for you, for your question, Corbanth, to see if they have any empty ones available. Unfortunately, Vader's Vault, they don't offer any empties. Those are only installed options. So let me check empty sabers, see what's available. Even right now, if you go on Corbanth.com, they do have a handful of options available, including, if you really want to go that extra mile, the Crimson Dawn Darth Maul saber from the Solo movie and Rebels, which someone did contact me. A lot of you guys were asking me about the Crimson Dawn lightsaber, and someone actually offered me a chance to review it. So eventually that will happen. Hey James, by the way, I'm Wolfie. I changed my name. Remember me from Laserbolt's channel? Yep, I do remember you. What is the lightsaber from the thumbnail? That is the High Republic lightsaber. So it wasn't clickbait. I do have it right here. So this is the High Republic lightsaber. This one here, this is resin printed. I printed this. I'm not the maker of the file, by the way. I found it on Thingiverse. But yeah, this is a High Republic lightsaber from the new storylines. If you're curious, is there any company that's actually making a metal version of this? And yes, Ultimate Works is actually constructing a metal version of this design. and it will have the whole blade mechanism here, and of course this, you know, folds in like so. So it's a pretty neat saber. It's a lovely design. I can't wait for this one to actually get an official release from one of the companies. Like I said, I think Ultimate Works is the only one that I know of that's actually making one. They did tease a video of it. You may love your videos. Greetings from Germany. Well, greetings back from California. The High Republic at last, right? No, this one is not Savi's compatible. This is... Actually, in fact, it doesn't support any internals at all. This is 100% resin printed. And obviously, if it was Savi's compatible, it would be a lot thicker than the actual body here. But I'm pretty sure someone is going to be making a Savi compatible version. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Some people get really creative with some of the designs out there. Would you like a spinning Inquisitor lightsaber? I've seen someone on Reddit actually doing the whole spinning mechanism. Personally, I think for the Inquisitor saber, I think it would be cooler if there was just a button to press and just to have the ring fold out like we've seen in Rebels. I think I would probably like that one more over the spinning mechanism. Have you seen the real lightsaber that Disney is making? Yes, I have. X-Men saying Sir Jones. How's it going, X-Men? Let's see. Okay, for a second there, I thought I missed something. Are you going to get the new Black Series Mandalorian helmet? I'm still trying to get the regular Black Series Mandalorian helmet. So, no luck with that one yet. So, whether or not I'm going to get the other one, I'm not sure. Because, I mean, I got the Boba Fett one. I'm still trying to get Mando's helmet from the Black Series lineup. And I do like the Black Series helmets just because they're very affordable compared to some of the other ones out there. Did you watch The Bad Batch? And the answer is yes. I did watch the Bad Batch. Loved it. The episode 1 or the prologue or my bad, the premiere, and then episode 2. Greetings from the Netherlands. Greetings back. What about you guys? Have you guys seen The Bad Batch, and what do you guys think about it so far? And what do you think of the character Omega? I've heard some people are not liking the Omega character in The Bad Batch. I'm liking her character. She seems an interesting one, and I think we're going to see what makes her so special. Let's see. What lightsaber should I get for my first Ultimate Works? Wait, which lightsaber should I get for my first Ultimate Works lightsaber? I wanted to get a double-bladed lightsaber, but I am confused as to which one to pick. Do they even have any double-bladed ones available? That's not currently sold out. Let me go on to their website. We're going to check this out live while we're at it. Are you going back to Galaxy's Edge? Yes. On June 6th is my next Disney trip, because June 4th is when the Avengers Campus opens up, and I'll be taking my little brother, so I'll be going that Sunday. I'm starting off in California Adventure, of course, and then afterwards park hopping over to the Disneyland Park. Hopefully I can get a res for Rise at the 12 o'clock one, but we'll see how that goes. So let's see, Ultimate Works. They have, specifically on Ultimate Works website, it looks like it's still available, the Cal Kestis one on their official website. As far as the pack store, I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 options available. No, never mind, all those are sold out too. So if you're looking for the pack store Ultimate Works double-bladed saber, there only seems to be 1 option available, which is Cal Kestis. So just so you know, I don't often see the Darth Maul one getting restocked at all. And then I know there's going to be another double-bladed one to release that will actually be compatible with Cal Kestis, which is pretty cool. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't think Vader's Vault ever did a double-bladed saber. It would be cool for Vader's Vault to do one, in my opinion, because I would totally be down for that. If you guys know me, I love double-bladed lightsabers. Can you please check Kyber Light right now? Yeah, just give me a few minutes. When's the next time you go into Disney? June 6th is the next time that I'm going. What is the best single-bladed Ultimaworks lightsaber? Oh, let's see. Oh, got another $5 donation from X-Men. In this case, Xander, saying Sir Jones. Yeah, that's the nickname he gives me. How's it going, Xander? We'll have to catch up again. I still have all your lightsabers sitting over here, plus your arcade cabinet. Yeah, that's not my arcade cabinet. That's Xander's. They sent it over, what, it was like a couple years now? Because they were getting like their garage built out and they had no spot for it, so they sent it over here. It's been sitting here the entire time. I still haven't beaten my high score. So for the one person who asked me what is the best single-bladed lightsaber from the pack store, let's see what is available right now. The Ultimate Works OB4 is a really good hefty lightsaber. The problem is that if you're looking for like any clashing, there's only just a small blade depth. So if you're looking to actually clash, maybe not so much, but if you're looking for something heavy duty, then that one's a pretty good option. Let's see. A lot of their designs are kind of sold out, especially because there was a May 4th event sale. They also have some low cost efficient options, and I think on like maybe a good starter one, I would say maybe is the Ultimate Works RVS. It's a good light based one, and I think you'd probably be happy with it. Greeting from the UK. What font do you have on your Sidious saber? I have the fancy one that does the quick burst of light and then it activates. Yo, what's up? The sky is currently up. Would you recommend getting the $80 mystery from Crimson Dawn? Crimson Dawn. Let me look up that one. Crimson Dawn. Oop, I don't think I typed it in. Oh, there we go. Crimson Dawn. They have a mystery one for $80. Let's see. Right? Let's see. Let me see what Crimson Dawn is about really quick. Let's see. So it looks like Crimson Dawn, from what I'm looking at, their chassis system kind of looks like the same kind of style as this. So I would say probably those are LGT Hills, I'm assuming, based on that chassis system. So I would say yeah. I mean, I don't think, I mean, obviously it's not going to be like NeoPixel or anything like that, but for the Eco, let's see, I don't know where I did with my chassis. I took out the original chassis and put the Profi one from Mystic Knight's Armory. That was originally in this one here. So yeah, if it's using the electronics that I'm thinking it's using, then yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty good deal. And you could always upgrade it too. So if you were to get the $80 mystery saber, and let's say you don't like the electronics, and then, you know, you could try to get the Profi core and just change it out, and then boom, you get a massive upgrade. Let's see, Kyber Light. Let's see, let's go to Kyber Light. What's the cheapest NeoPixel you can get? The cheapest one would be, and yes, I am going to Kyber Light's website for the person asking. I would say the cheapest NeoPixel saber you can get, let me double check the price here. Let's see. is $319, which will be on the pack store, and that is the Ultimate Works RVS. Specifically, if you get it with their Asteria soundboard, which does support smooth swing with the blade, again, it's $319. That would be the cheapest NeoPixel saber that I could think of that you can get. If you wanted to upgrade that, then your second option is you can get the Profi board, which you would have to learn how to program Profi, which goes up to $370. So again, $320 would be the cheapest one on the pack store against the Ultimate Works RVS. And if you want to learn how to use Profi, then $370 would be the next one up with the blade to get you started. Have a great day, James. Well, you have a great day as well, Legacy Mall. As for Kyberlight, what is Kyberlight about? Let's check them out. Do you think we should get a Caleb Doom spinoff? I don't know. I mean, I feel like Caleb's story has mostly been told. I mean, obviously as a Padawan, not as much, but, you know, as an adult, I feel like Kanan's story is pretty much been concluded pretty thoroughly. I mean, obviously it was rough for him as a Padawan. Then again, it wouldn't surprise me if we do get some kind of Disney Plus miniseries involving the character. So let's see, Kyber Lights. Let's see, what are the prices here? So it looks like they have interchangeable parts, so you could further customize some of the designs that they tend to offer. They even have a double-bladed option, very neat. Dual-worthy, based on what I see here. It says smooth swing. I'm going to assume Eco Smooth Swing for the price. I doubt it's going to be perfect smooth swing. Let's see, RGB for the colors. From what I'm looking here, as far as the packaging goes and what they're offering, it looks like a pretty decent deal for Kyber Light. Do you know when Saber Trio restocks? Saber Trio only restocks, I think, like once or twice throughout the year. I forget when they last restocked, but they only have their store open for like a short amount of time. So if you follow them, I think on their social media, they should inform you when they plan to reopen their stores again. Would be the best option to kind of keep track of that information. Oh, what happened here? There we go. I lost connection there. What 3D printer do you use? I am currently using the Anycubic Photon Mono. It is a resin 3D printer, which I've been having a lot of fun with. I sold my other standard 3D printer because ever since I got into the resin printer, it's just been a lot of fun. That's how I did, again, this one here on that machine in multiple parts. The other ones that I did here as well would be this one here, Bo-Katan. This one has been resin printed and hand painted by me. Then we also have Revan, Darth Revan. And then some other little small examples with the resin printer here, just so you have an idea of the quality that you're looking at. You have some figures here. These were files from a company called Loot Studios, which have so many different options to play with. But we have like this guy here. Kind of looks like Kratos from God of War, but he's not technically Kratos. I mean, this thing is not Kratos, just so there's a correction. Another one would be this creature here. And the detailing is superb. We also have this thing here, which could be a Mortal Kombat character. He's not, but, you know, he could easily be probably added as one. So this guy is very good. And the most recent one that I just actually finished up printing, I have over here. I actually just purchased some translucent green resin, and we have this thing here. So with the translucent green, you can see like the undead souls reaching out from the waters below. But this thing is just crazy. I'm loving that resin printer so much. But this thing looks absolutely amazing. I'll probably end up doing a separate video of the resin printer because I signed up for an Amazon affiliate, so which means that, you know, stuff that I link using that, you know, would help support the channel. So I'll eventually have a separate video talking about the resin printer, showing these things, and of course a lot more better detail than what you can get here on the stream. As far as the files, for the person that's asking, let me go ahead and link you to the site. The website is called Loot Studios for at least the last 4 things that I showed. It's a subscription-based service for $15 a month, and they release you basically get a ton of models, pre-supported, unsupported, hollow, non-hollow. There's like all kinds of really cool things. So, let me just copy this link really quick and paste it here in the chat. So there's the company right there on the chat. So if you're looking into a resin printer and you will like some cool models and stuff like that to play with and practice printing, again, Loot Studios, $15 a month, and there's usually freebies too. Like this month, this creature here, this was like the bonus figure that was part of that package. See, I'm a huge fan, and it is a dream to meet you sometime at Disneyland. Well, hopefully that dream will become a reality. Because like I said, if you ever find me in the parks, let's see, where did I put them? Usually when you find me in the parks, I always give out these things, which are my little cards. It's kind of like, hey, I found Sir James, and you got like a little special mementos to play with. I received a $10 donation from JB777. Who and where would you recommend grabbing a high-quality Qui-Gon Jinn saber? Can't find any. Thanks for introducing me to the Disney Kyber crystals. So Qui-Gon Jinn, that one's a tough one because I rarely see Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber pop up. I didn't see any on Korban. Actually, let me double check Korban for you really quick. And then let me check the pack store. There's certain character sabers that aren't always released all the time. Like Qui-Gon, certain variations of Luke's saber and so forth would get very little amounts of release. So let me currently look at Korban to see if they have any on their site. I know they did, I think last year, which they don't now. And as far as the pack store released an inexpensive version, which is their WF model, starting at $90. Excuse me. As far as the main NeoPixel one, Qui-Gon Jinn might be sold out there, so, which it is. So yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber, again, is really hard to come by for the custom version. My best recommendation is to, if you have Facebook, to join some of the custom lightsaber Facebook groups, because you never know who might be selling a Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber, or you could always reach out in those groups and ask if anyone has any available for sale. That would probably be your best option. Because again, as far as the other companies out there, they don't pop up as often as some of the other characters. And hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, I just checked. Korban didn't have any. They did, I think, last year. Oh, KR? Oh yeah, I forgot about KR servers. Let me see if they have any posting. KR KR Sabers. KR Sabers is actually, if you guys don't know, KR Sabers is actually doing a raised lightsaber, and it's actually going to have, and I'm pretty sure it was KR, or it's actually going to have the working mechanism when you twist this portion right here. You see the teeth up here? Well, his model, when he gets done, is actually going to have it when you twist this, the teeth actually open up. So there's going to be a whole mechanism right there that will be added. Obviously, I'm keeping my eye on it, and I know Xander wants one too. So that should be good to check out. Where can we buy lightsabers from 89 Sabers? Usually places like Corbath and a few other places tend to carry products for 89 Sabers, and usually they have a lot of the hilts where they do installs or carry empty ones. They're just like one of the distributing companies for it. Keep making awesome content. Love your channel. Well, thank you for the support. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on KR Sabers for the Qui-Gon, if you don't mind waiting. Obviously, if you're in a hurry, then you could always check out some of the Facebook group pages and see what is available too. How long does it take for Saber Forge hilts to arrive? I think it varies. Obviously, right now, a lot of companies recently had a May 4th sale, so obviously there might be a little bit a longer time span before you get your hilt, just because obviously certain events, like any kind of like Saber sale, like May 4th, companies get booked, so therefore the shipping time may take a little longer than normal. But I think 6 to 8 weeks, I think, is Saber Forge's estimated time. What's in the cup? Sir James, just Pepsi. Nothing special. What's the most bulky saber you have? Bulky. I guess I would say probably the bulkiest that I now have, because I don't have the Ahsoka's Rebels sabers anymore, the legacy versions. Those were technically the bulkiest that I have held in my hand. The second one, I guess technically, would be Savi's Workshop. That would be the second one. I think that's pretty much it. Then again, the core centerpiece on the Second Sisters seemed to have a bit of a chunk to it as well. Is 50 watts RGB bright? That one I'm not sure about. What's your favorite website to get lightsabers from? Really depends on what I'm looking at. So my favorite one would easily be whatever one has a hilt that has my interest. There's actually a saber that I'm looking at. Let me share it with you guys. Let me grab the link really quick, because as you guys know, I have the Outcast saber here, right? There's another saber that would make a good addition to this one. Let me just grab that link, go to Sabers, and come on, click on it. I'm waiting for the page to load up here. All right, and then let me go ahead and paste it here. So the link that I just posted on the chat, that was the other hilt that I'm looking at. Do you have... I don't have Darth Malgus's lightsaber yet. Why don't we see more Old Republic lightsabers? Like, I don't know. That's a pretty good question. Why don't we see a lot of the Old Republic lightsabers? I know besides some of the main websites, there's usually some Facebook groups and stuff like that where they'll do special limited edition hilts that you don't normally see pop up with all the other companies. But a site to check out, the one I linked there, War Sabers, might be good to see too. I've heard good things about them, and they seem to have. My camera was blocking the link. They seem to have a pretty decent selection. I mean, most of it's out of stock, but they have a few in stock, including Star Killers. So if you're interested in a Star Killer saber, they do have one available. I think there's a little fly in here. Let's see. Do you have the Skinny Flex? I do not. What Legacy Sabers are going to be vaulted by December? Not sure. I will possibly look into Kyber Light. No guarantees just yet, but we'll see. Do you know if Dark Ray Saber from Saber Forge is going to come back? That one, I'm not sure. I thought it was a limited edition, but I figured if it's sold out, then they would have removed it, right? So I haven't heard anything else. Last I heard, I thought it was only like 100 made, but we'll have to wait and see because it took a while for it to sell out anyways. Actually, let me pop a blade in this one. Favorite Star Wars character? Most of my favorite characters are clone related. Let's see. Do you plan to build a BB unit? Not really. I mean, I'm not really into the droid stuff at Galaxy's Edge. I'm more of the lightsaber stuff, which is nice for people like me and Dano, because, you know, Dano from the Dano channel, you know, he's got a lot of stuff related to the droids. He's even got a club related for the droids. So it's cool that he's got that content, and then I got the saber content. And then the other channels, like Always Believe and Ordinary Adventures, got the other stuff like the Disney bounding, and also the food stuff taken care of. So I feel like with all of our channels combined, we basically got every single portion of Galaxy's Edge, and even beyond that, for the most part, covered, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Is there a Darth Plagueis lightsaber? I think there is. At least I thought it. Order the lightsaber, can't wait. Which one did you order? Go. There we go. It was Star Killer, if you've never seen this one. Let's see.
My mission is complete, Master. Then you are ready to stand with me against the Emperor. Return to my ship at once. We will at last control the galaxy.
Saber Trio or Saber Forge? I would say Saber Trio, because Saber Trio does use CFX, and there's some pretty good options there. And I think if you really wanted to, you could even opt in for, I think, also acid etching. I'm pretty sure they're offering acid etching, but they're only open a few times throughout the year. Cheez-Its. Well, I technically, for the person asking, yes, there's a box of Cheez-Its right next to me, as always. I don't have the OB4. I only have a few hilts, like, next to me available right now. Our legacy sabers, so websites like Amazon that have legacy lightsabers, those are resellers. That's basically what it is. The only time that you'd see legacy lightsabers available for sale outside the park would be Shop Disney, which they had. I'm not sure if they still do, but that was the only other legit option. Anything beyond Shop Disney or in the park is basically resellers or scalpers, any of those two. Are the crossguard sabers from Vader's Vault worth it? I would say yeah. I mean, I did, which one was it there? Tempest, I think it was. Really nice design, so I think the crossguard's worth it if you're a fan of the crossguard. How or had you hit something with your saber? Specifically Profi blades, not so much, but with a regular blade, yeah. Like I have, someone was asking about Ultra Sabers, which I'm starting to hear some mixed things in the community, but I do have 2 sets of Ultra Sabers, and that's specifically my training sabers. So when I'm going outside, throwing the lightsaber in the air and catching it, I use a cheap, inexpensive Ultra Sabers one to practice with, because if they were to break or get damaged, I'm not going to feel bad about it just because I specifically chose something on the cheap side, which would be a good probably recommendation for you as well. If you're looking for a lightsaber to train with, specifically getting a stunt saber, which means that there's no sound at all, it just lights up, from Ultra Sabers is a pretty good option, because you can get something for relatively really cheap, like inexpensive. And then for blades, if you really want something for dueling, like practice dueling, you could always opt in to get like a heavy grade blade as well. Would be a good one. I actually recently started to train with an actual Profi installed saber, just because it's got a nice solid chassis in there, and this is been my newish training saber that I've been actually tossing, throwing in the air and catching, and it's also got a really good grip to it, so it's really like good comfort. So it's always get something cheap. What's the best budget lightsaber? It depends on what you're looking at. If you want like a NeoPixel setup with some nice options, then an Ultima Works RVS with the Asteria board, $319, or you can get the Profi if you want to learn to use Profi. Do you still have both Starkiller sabers? So there's this one here, and there's one right there. So that one's Xander's, which I'm still waiting, because I was waiting for the guy who did the weathering on mine to get the same treatment done on Xander's over there. But yeah, Xander's is over there. His is CFX. Mine's Profi. But it's the same branded hilt. The what was it? The Corbanth version. Do you know where to get Obi-Wan's Padawan saber? That one, I'm not sure. Would you recommend Ultra Sabers for cheap stunt saber, or for, my bad, cheap stunt fighting? Yeah. So again, if you're looking for just like a practice saber, something that you can practice with, Kyber Light would be a good option. They seem to offer some good variations. Ultra Saber, if you specifically get a stunt saber set up for the electronics, nothing higher than that, because honestly, the electronics that Ultra Saber uses are pretty outdated compared to everything else. I mean, at least Saberforge upgraded their electronics. I think Ultra Sabers is still using the same old ones. So if you do go with Ultra Sabers and you're looking for a training practice saber, get the stunt saber setup. You'll save a lot more money, and it's the cheapest option. Yes, Wolfie, you already commented that. Corbanth or Vader's Vaults? Depends on the hilt. Again, Vader's Vault are fully installed with CFX, and you have a lot of customizations for weathering and so forth. Corbanth does tend to have a few different designs that you won't often find on Vader's Vault. So if you're looking for like certain character themed ones, then you can get them there. Is there a Yaddle lightsaber? Not that I've seen. Do you think Disney will make a dark saber for the Legacy lightsabers? I don't know. I don't think so, because we're getting one from Hasbro, which I do have that one on pre-order, by the way, if you guys were curious. How hard is it to put grips on the Graphics? So let's see. I'm trying to remember where I put the piece. I think it might be up here. I don't know where I put it because you were asking me about the grips, and I don't remember where I put my thing at. Let me check over here. I think I have it placed somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I had something for that. I don't remember where I put it. I apologize. But for the person that was asking about the Graphics grips, there was a thing that I 3D printed. If you have a 3D printer, you can print one yourself if you go on Thingiverse. But let me actually link you the file. Or let me try to find the file so I can link you to it. Yeah, it's basically a grip guide. You could probably get it on Etsy as well. But if you have a 3D printer, what is it called? Grip guide? Let's see. But that's basically what I use to put the grips on mine. Lightsaber grip guide. Okay, for whatever reason my search results aren't coming up. Lightsaber grip. Do you prefer wrapped sabers or unwrapped? Depends on the hilt. Let's see. Okay, well, I was hoping to have the search result pop up on Thingiverse, but it's not popping up. But basically, what I use for the grips is a grip guide. You could probably find it on Etsy. Let me double check Etsy actually while we're at it. I don't want to give you information and then find out. Etsy, James, love watching your videos. Let's see, lightsaber grip guide. I'll try to link you to the product. You said you have the graphics correct, so actually, you know what? Better yet, which graphics do you have? Are you using the? There's some options here. Are you using the A New Hope style or Empire Strikes Back? Would be my question to you for the person asking about the graphics grips. Are you doing A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back? James, are you rich? Nope. I'm not rich. At all. Like, honestly, I'm not rich. Some people think I'm rich. I'm not rich. I just work a basic job, and I also make some money on YouTube. Let me go ahead and actually link both of these products for you guys, at least for the person that was asking me about the grips. So let's see, the first one here, if you're going with Empire Strikes Back, here is the grip guide for that one. Okay, never mind. I can't even paste it because the link is too big. Let's see. Well, how do I link this to you guys? Here, let me try this one. Okay, there you go. So that link will take you to the page for the grips, if you need one. That's what she said. Aha, aha. How about get a job and take a shower? What does that have to do with anything? I have a job, thank you very much. Unless that was replied to someone else. When is the Hasbro Darksaber coming? I think it's supposed to release in the next month or two, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's been some delays, like the Mando helmet. I think I had that one pre-ordered at GameStop. Still don't have that one. What do you do as your job? That one is private information. July or August? I still haven't decided on that. What was it, the Mandalorian Nerf rifle? Do you think if Leia's lightsaber at downtown Disney? I don't know. I don't think it's in California yet. Last I heard, it was available over at Disney World as a standalone option, but I don't think it's available quite yet over here in California as a standalone. No, I don't have any replica blasters of any kind, actually. Surprisingly, I know. I think there was someone, I forget who it was. I saw someone doing a Leia's blaster, and it has like the Profi board. It's like a legit sounding one. But yeah, I don't have anything. Do you live in Orlando? Nope. California. If I did, then technically I would go to Disney World, but I never mentioned Disney World. What do you think of Keanu Reeves' Darth Revan movie? I think it's on this figure. No, actually, let me get the other head sculpts really quick. Found it. It's a bit hard to see, but this is the Keanu Reeves head. So if we take this and replace the helmet version with Keanu Reeves, and then technically put this one here, and there you go. There is the Keanu Reeves Revan right there. A little bit hard to see because of the stream. So there it is, Keanu Reeves Revan. Yeah, someone actually made a 3D printed file for it with alternating head sculpt, so you could use the regular head sculpt if you wanted to. How expensive is it to print pieces like this? It's not really expensive at all. If you are resin printing, the easiest way to save on resin usage is to specifically make the models hollow, which basically adds holes and stuff like that to ensure that you're not using too much resin. It's definitely the best way. So what's this about Saberforge new lightsaber? So let me look Saberforge. Let me exit some of these websites so we ensure that we're not hopefully lagging. What's the name of Saberforge's new lightsaber for the one that was asking? Or maybe it'll be listed here. There's always a bigger 5th Guardian MK3. So we have a... let's see. Currently on Saberforge's website, if you guys were kind of curious where I am right now. Guardian, okay. Guardian. Where is Guardian? Actually, no, let's just type it in. Oh, that one, the Guardian MK3, the Qui-Gon Jinn inspired one. That one looks pretty neat. Looks pretty good in my opinion. What did you think of the first 2 episodes of The Bad Batch? Loving it. You know, actually, one of the things I'm really liking about The Bad Batch is, like, it's kind of like a continuation because, as you guys know, in the Clone Wars, it ended with, season 7? and we were kind of worried that we won't get some additional storylines. But I like the fact that the Bad Batch is the same exact art style that they used in the Clone Wars, so we kind of get a continuation. I mean, technically, yes, the Clone Wars is over, but the Bad Batch is obviously continuing on once Order 66 goes on, and then we get to see what happened. Because, you know, I was always kind of curious about the Bad Batch. You know, what would happen to them in Order 66? Or, you know, do they still follow orders? And I'm glad we're kind of getting that storyline involving those characters. If there's one request that I would have loved to have seen from the Clone Wars, is I would have loved to at least seen an episode or two dedicated to Delta Squad from the Republic Commando video games. We see them once in the Clone Wars, and it would have been so cool to at least get an episode or two involving those characters. But unfortunately, we never got that. But it would have been neat to see. Do you think we'll see Vader in the Bad Batch? I would hope we see Vader. I think it would be kind of cool. Kind of like, you know, when Vader made his appearance in Star Wars Rebels. You know, everything's shifting to now the Empire, so obviously things are changing. And we may see... I'm going to make a prediction. Obviously, I don't know exactly what's going to happen in the Bad Batch, but I would love to see an episode where maybe the Bad Batch or something that maybe run into some Jedi survivors, and then we see Vader just come out of nowhere hunting down the remaining surviving Jedis or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool to see. Favorite legacy lightsaber: Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, Clone Wars, Ahsoka. Where do you get the majority of your sabers? Depends on what I'm looking for and what's available. So it could be Vader's Vault, it could be Korbanth, it could be the Pack Store, or Ultimate Works, or often sometimes Facebook. You know, joining some of the lightsaber Facebook groups. Sometimes people are selling lightsabers to fund for another saber. That's usually how it goes in the community. So those are usually my options there. What do you prefer, Rebels or Clone Wars? Of course, the Clone Wars, just because the Clone Wars involves, well, the Clone Wars involving the clones, and I love seeing the clones. What I hated about the Clone Wars is that every time I had a new favorite character, they get killed off in some way. It was so annoying. Let's see. I think I have the one here.
You can never escape me. Time to let out the... Cease hostility!
Hello, Master. It's been a while.
I will have...
Now this is pod racing.
Let's see.
Cease this! I will have my vengeance!
And this one's that fun one with the effect. And again, this is just some fun examples with the Profi board. So that's just kind of like one fun example that you could have with Profi among many other cool things. Let's see. What do you recommend? A new Pixel Saber for under 500 with Profi or not? I think Korbanth were like over 500, but I think the Pack Store has some options. Let me go on to them again. Depends on the kind. I know War Sabers was like over 500. Korbanth was over 500. Vader's Vault is definitely over 500. But then again, I know you said Profi, so let's see. Let's go to Custom Sabers. So if you go on to the Pack Store, which let me put a link in the chat for you. Boom, there's a link right there. They have some helps currently available. Obviously, stock is a little low on some of the products because of the recent sales that they had. But there's an Obi-Wan Episode 4 one there. There's the Revan RVS. There's the Kit Fisto saber. If you're a Gundam fan, they have a Mecha Saber listed there as well. So definitely give that one a look. You should be able to find one for under 500 with Profi. The cheapest one with Profi would be RVS at with the blade. I think it was like 350, 360. Sir James, awesome review on the Leia's lightsaber the other day. What was your favorite Star Wars episode from the original trilogy? My favorite, specifically original trilogy movie is Empire Strikes Back. Let's see, any recommendations for Kylo Ren lightsaber? That one's a bit tricky, because Kylo Ren's saber is pretty expensive, and there's like all kinds of different weathering options. So I don't have the best ideas for that one. A $5 donation from Antonio. Just bought a Profi NP Saber the other day from Crimson Dawn. Review videos are promising, and it was $239 on sale for May 4th from... Very good. I've heard good things about Crimson Dawn. Let me know how it is once you get it. This isn't a Star Wars related question, but do you game? If so, what games? Of course I game. I mean, I got the current gen systems over there now with my TV, and of course I also have my gaming PC. So I do play a lot of games. From video games, I'm actually looking forward to the updated Mass Effect games releasing, was it this Friday? I do play a lot of VR. I love virtual reality. I have the Oculus Rift. I mean, not Oculus Rift, the HTC Vive. And then, what else? I'll probably get the new Resident Evil down the road when it goes on sale, and then things like that. But multiplayer, usually I'm playing a lot of multiplayer on the Xbox. Single player games, I'm usually playing on the PlayStation for that one. But yeah, I love games, just not into sports and stuff. How far in advance do you pre-order 1/6 scale figures? I don't like to pre-order figures that like take a year to come out. Usually I'll kind of wait for a while. If I feel like there's a figure that they have available for pre-order that's going to sell out very quick, then I'll try to put a pre-order in. But when it comes to Hot Toys, I don't like to put pre-orders in so well in advance, just because it's annoying for the waiting process. Yeah, Resident Evil Village. I'm probably going to wait for that one to drop down $20. I like Resident Evil. I'm just like not that big into it. What's your favorite scrap metal of protection and defense? Specifically, I like this look when you got the double sleeve because it kind of makes it look like a double-bladed lightsaber. This is probably my favorite combination as far as the scrap metal goes for Savi's workshop. Will you 3D print the, if there's a file for it, I don't know if there's a file for that saber. I would like to 3D print one. Do you think the Saberforge Princess Leia's lightsaber is better than the new Galaxy's Edge? Basically, any of the other companies' Leia's lightsabers would be better looking than the Disney version in terms of looks. Do you own any Funko Pops? If so, what type? The only Funkos that I have is that I have the Draken figure from the Power Ranger lineup. I have the Stan Lee pop figure. And then I also have, let me actually go grab him. Stan Lee, where'd you go? I think Stan Lee's hiding somewhere. Oh. Okay. I have no idea where Mr. Stanley is at, but I do have the Mandalorian one here with the child, and then I got the super large Mando Funko right here. Would be the other one that I have. Super shiny chrome finish, by the way. And then I also have one more pop figure, which is right here. This is the other pop figure that I have, the Sorcerer Mickey from the Fantasia line. I got this one when I was at Frankenson's for my birthday. Kind of hard to see because of the reflection. So yeah, there's only like 2 variations of this guy. I can't see. There you go. Yeah, that was a big pop. Lightsaber, can you check Saber Forge, Sinister, Prophecy, MKM2 right now? That's a big mouthful. Sinister, Prophecy, MK2. Let me go. Oh, you said Saber Forge. Sinister, Prophecy. Oh, there it is. Looks like a neat one. Got a Sith-looking vibe to it. And I like the window on the bottom too when the blade's in, so you could actually see even more of it. I'm always a sucker for anything that's either like a crystal reveal chamber or something that you get a little bit more extra in regards to the emitter section. Those are always cool little things. Was that bacon on the desk? Nope, it's pizza crust. I had some pizza earlier. Hello, I'm a new subscriber. Well, thank you for subscribing and helping me reach 100K. Well, we're getting there. There's a Corvex file on my mini factory. There is. Hold up. We're stopping everything to my mini factory. What? Haven't I heard of that website? Okay, my mini factory and Corvex file. I was looking for one. I couldn't find one on Thingiverse. Corvex. Okay, that didn't work. Maybe do I type in lightsaber? Or do I just type in Corvex? But I got the website uploaded so I could check that out after the stream. Why didn't you eat the crust? Because the crust got rock hard. It was in the oven too long, so it's kind of like a rock. And I don't feel like shattering my teeth over the crust. I might get a Kyber Light, but it's no plans at the moment because I got the Jedi Killer lightsaber. The Jedi Killer lightsaber that I paid for has got 2 Kyber crystal chambers inside of it, exposed crystals too, and it's gonna look great with how I like to Disney bound. So I think you guys are probably going to enjoy that when I get it. What saber were you holding in the thumbnail? It was this one here, the High Republic lightsaber. This is a resin printed one. So did this on my resin printer and all painted by me. Which, if you haven't already guessed, I'm loving my resin printer. Let's see. Are you going to get the Razor Crest from Hasbro? No plans. How's it going? It's going all right. Do you have Leia's help besides the Disney one? Yes, but not in the room currently. What's the best electronics from Saberforge for what you can get? Specifically, the one that has the newer board, which is the Golden Harvest. If you check the options, it'll kind of tell you what board you're getting in futures. So honestly, anything involving the Golden Harvest board will be the good bang for your buck through Saberforge. Does it cost money to 3D print? Of course. Just like with anything, it's going to cost money because you need material. For example, let me reach it over here. So, for example, if you're using a regular 3D printer that uses filament, then you would have to get spools of plastic like this to put into the feeder. But because I'm using a resin printer, I have to get liquid resin to pour into a vat for that to work. So yeah, just like anything, you will need material for it, which of course costs money. And it's actually not that bad for money, really, which is pretty nice. It still trips me out for a resin printer just because literally a resin printer, because a filament 3D printed machine, you got a print bed and the machine is going in all sorts of different directions, up, down, left, right. And a resin printer, literally there's liquid that sits into a vat and your machine only does two things. It goes up and it goes down into a vat of liquid. And then eventually you end up with something like this. It's like, how? It's the most bizarre thing. Obviously, it's using UV lighting to cure and stuff, but like how it knows to mask sections to make whatever it is that you're printing is the most bizarre thing that I've ever seen, which is why I've always been tripped out with the resin printer, just because the high quality you can get off of that, it's pretty amazing. Did you find electronic installing hard? I tried to install my own electronics for a lightsaber. It's too difficult for me, which is why I prefer getting sending hilts out to other people. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention, the Jedi Killer Saber that I'm getting was actually installed by someone that's been praised a lot in the saber community, known as Solo Sabers, which is pretty cool. And Solo Sabers, he's actually going to do, I have a pre-order down for Ezra's lightsaber, an actual metal one. Not the Disney Store plastic one, an actual metal version of this style. And Solo Sabers is actually going to do my install whenever that one releases. Let's see. Do you have some Lego Star Wars sets? I have some technically non-official brand figures. Let me go ahead and bring this over for you. So these are... Oh, you okay? You okay? I didn't see you there. I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. Okay. You're blended in. I accidentally stepped on Flower's towel. You okay? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. You all better? You okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, Flower and the dogs, yeah, sometimes their towel gets in the way and it's really hard to see. But she's fine. And it was a light step. It's kind of started her. So as I was saying, I do have some Legos. They're non-official brand. Basically, I got these from Frankensons. So we have Freven right here. The little holocron one. Kind of hard to see, but that's Revan. Then we have Jesse. The Rey Palpatine. And then I also have the Bad Batch, such as Tech, Crosshair, then we have Wrecker, and then of course Hunter. Hopefully maybe next time I go they'll have an Echo Bad Batch. Forget what. Oh, the Galactic Star Cruiser teaser. It looked alright. And I do apologize if I missed some comments, just because the chat goes relatively quick, so it's hard to see every single thing that gets posted. Could you try reviewing Crimson Dawn? Possibly, down the road. What sabers do you recommend the most in terms of quality, realism? And I heard KR Sabers and Saber Trio are great. Well, both of those company, the Saber Trio and what was the other one you said? KR is also great. And then also Vader's Vault is a really good one too. Those Bad Batch figures are stolen from Lego YouTuber. The designs. I was about to say, it's like, I didn't steal anything. Let's see. Do you just get a folder to start print? It's a complicated to learn. The resin printer was actually very easy to learn. I am someone that's actually a very slow learner. But it's basically you put the file in there, and depending on what you're printing, because sometimes there might be a file that actually has supports already pre-made. But it's just a matter for resin printing, making sure that you add supports correctly for your models, because the support is there to hold your model in place as it's printing. Because the thing with a resin printer is that when you're printing with resin, your model's printing like this. So this is the bottom first, and it's printing upside down out of the vat, versus a regular printer where it's printing like this and it starts from the bottom and then works its way to the top. So as far as resin printing goes, it's just making sure that you have proper supports enabled, and then you should be basically good to go. But again, it's not too complicated. The Ahsoka Sabers, from what I've heard, the Rebels version was discontinued. Where did you get the NeoPixel lightsaber blade from? Oh, the this one right here is from Jamie's Playground. Let's see. Crafted Core was nice enough to loan me the blade, actually, because I didn't have one, and he sent me some kyber crystals to check out, but I didn't have this blade. So we go again. And then you basically go. Like, we already got a different color going on. This is the teal color, by the way. The battery's dead. I didn't charge the blade, so that's what happened. But you actually have to charge the blade. There's a port here. If you could see it there at the very end, you got to actually plug that in to charge it. So that's why it went pink for a second, just because of the low battery. Wow, these were fresh batteries. But basically, in order to switch between the effects, when the blade is on, you turn it off, and then before the blade depletes, you turn it back on, and it changes to the different colors. Try to fire the Corvax at Search Vader Immortal. or Old Saber. Okay, let me try the Vader Immortal file. Well, as far as Vader Immortals, it brings up a lot of Darth Vader busts. And what was the other one? Oh, Vader Immortals Old Saber. Okay, let's try that one. It says no search results. I'm not having any luck with that one. Please try not to spam. What Kyber Light lightsaber set are you going to get? I'm not sure. Probably the double-bladed one, because I like double-bladed sabers, if I were to get it. I don't have that one with me at the moment. Again, I just have a few hilts next to me. Like this next saber font.
Now this is pod racing.
Oop. There you go. So this is one of those glitches sometimes Profi happens. It's off, but it's still going.
It seems that you are about to achieve your primary programming, Master.
There we go. Did you ever going to get another Electrum? Possibly. I haven't fully decided yet. Yes, that is the F1 Racer by Kyberphonic. How long are you planning to be on for? Probably maybe another 30 seconds to a minute. And then I'll end the stream, as I was on here for how long? Oh, 117 minutes? Yeesh. Do you have any blasters? No, I do not. When did you get into Star Wars? I've been into Star Wars as a kid. So, for pretty much a really long time. It just wasn't until when Galaxy's Edge opened up is when I decided to do, to mostly not do the gaming content that I was mostly doing to begin with as far as YouTube goes. And I did some videos in regards to Galaxy's Edge. And it was kind of blowing up some of the videos that I did. And I was like, well, I like Star Wars, so let me just focus on the Star Wars stuff and see what happens. And well, here I am now with a channel that's probably done way better. Actually, with me doing the Star Wars content, I think this is a lot better than all the gaming stuff that I was doing. I mean, heck, I'm pretty close to, I mean, where am I at right now? 94,600 something. So, yeah, I'm like getting so close to 100K, and that's been my dream goal as far as YouTube goes. I mean, if I ever reach 1 million, that'd be cool and all, but 100K is really my main goal as far as YouTube goes. Because, you know, when you reach 100K, you get the silver play button, and most importantly, you get a check mark next to your name to be verified. So hopefully I have no issues getting that one. Which, by the way, if I haven't mentioned this before, I'm pretty sure that I did. Basically, when I reach 100,000 subscribers, I'm actually going to be giving away a custom lightsaber. One custom lightsaber. We're not talking about a Disney saber. We're talking about a legit custom lightsaber, CFX installed, NeoPixel blade, CFX, I think I said CFX already. So it's going to be like that. That's basically what I want to do when I reach 100K, is to give away a custom lightsaber to a lucky winner. As far as what custom saber, I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking of one of two ways. Either one, I could pick a hilt that I think looks great, or maybe two, whoever the winner is, maybe they can choose from whatever hilt that has their interest, and then go throughout the process of getting one installed for them. I think one of those two options might be good, but that's what I would like to do when I reach 100K. Let's see. We'll do two more questions. We'll do two more questions before I go. This one's not going to count, by the way. I'm just quickly reading this because this was before I said that. It was good hanging out with you, James. Please do more live streams. Also, do a room tour. Let's see. You should get a blaster and review it. That'd be pretty dope. Do you have a spot picked out for your play button? So that's the one of two questions here. If I were to choose a spot for that play button, let's see. It would be kind of cool to maybe like have it back here somewhere so it's in the videos. I would have to find a spot here. Oh, thank you. Okay. So as far as the play button goes, either I might try to find a spot over here, like where I'm shooting most of my videos at. If not, then I have a spot that's literally right next to my desk as a reminder. Okay, this will be the last question before I log off, which is, what lightsaber do you regret buying the most? The only one that I regret would be the one Darksaber from the pack store. The one that I basically repainted, and I even painted the blade to at least resemble something nice for the price that I paid. That's probably the only thing that I regret actually purchasing. I think the newer one, their dark version V2 on the pack store, looks a heck of a lot better than the one that I previously had, but that's probably the only item that I regret buying, just because there wasn't that many options for Darksabers, and so I just kind of went ahead and bought it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to the stream here. And it's kind of nice to sit down and talk with you guys, to answer some of your questions. But like I said, I did buy a new lightsaber over the weekend, which is the Jedi Killer. I think you guys are going to love it. Profi installed, dual kyber crystals. I'll possibly post a photo of it on the community tab, so definitely be on the lookout for it. But I think you guys are going to get a kick out of it. Until then, you guys have a good one. And once again, always remember, may the Force be with you.